Okay, welcome everyone to The Last Investor. My name is Dan, and in this portfolio update today, I'll be discussing my free trade account. So, last week was a bit of a bloodbath. Looking at my portfolio alone, you can see that my portfolio dropped significantly, literally dropped from 13,700 to 1300. I mean, obviously it went back up, but that was more because I actually did a top up. If you look at my activity feed, I did a top up of £400. So that's why there's that you could see that little bump back up. It's more to do with that. But overall, it was a red week last week. And why was that? The reason why we had a red week was because we're getting closer to the election day. And in fact, election week is here already at the time of me doing this video. Today is Monday, the 2nd of November. So, yes, a real bloodbath, really. And just taking a look at the insight and comparing how my portfolio has performed in the last 7 days or in the last few weeks or so. In the last week alone, my portfolio was down 5.54% in comparison to the FTSE 100, which was down 2.88%. So, yes, my portfolio took a bit of a dive, but when we look at that month chart, you can see that my portfolio was only down 0.06% because obviously my portfolio rises faster than the FTSE all world index. And when you look at the 3-month chart, you see that my portfolio is still in the green. I'm up 2%, whereas the FTSE all world is only up 0.15%. And when you look at the max chart, portfolio is up 4%, whereas FTSE all world is up 5%. So overall swings and roundabouts. But yes, overall my portfolio is still in the green, as you can see from the main screen. Anyways, it's still in the green and not doing badly at all, despite the huge market downturn this week. So just looking at my individual stocks, CRISPR Therapeutics remains very strong. And for those who don't know, really, just to give a little bit of a context of my portfolio really is geared towards disruptive technologies and what's going to do well in the future. So I'm future proofing my portfolio. I'm looking at companies that are likely to do very well in the future given our current climate. And we're currently going through a significant change in terms of technology. So I'm investing in what I think will be the future. And so as time goes by, these stocks should do well over time because these stocks are what the future are. So for example, stocks like CRISPR Therapeutics, Invitae, Intelia, Illumina, they're all in the biotech sector and they're all leveraging new biotechnologies such as CRISPR. That's a new biotechnology which is coming into the forefront, and most of the companies at the edge of technology are using CRISPR, are leveraging CRISPR, and CRISPR obviously stands for clustered repeats interspersed palindromic repeats. It's a new technology that allows you to edit genes, so you can cut and paste genes, and this is just incredible technology. Now, Invitae, again, similar to that, is based on genetics, and genetic testing is becoming important now. We know now that most of diseases come from genetics, and so genetic testing is where everything is at the moment. Obviously, in order to be able to use CRISPR, you need to have done a genetic editing first. And Intelia is another CRISPR company similar to CRISPR Therapeutics. Editas is also another CRISPR company similar to CRISPR Therapeutics. One of those three companies are going to make it, if not all three of them, in my personal view. Then Illumina is the company that makes the machines that does the genetic testing. So overall, that's why I'm invested in those. Now, Unity, real-time Real time is everywhere. Everything is real time. Everyone is doing everything in real time, and it's going to get more serious. Everything is real time. Real time is Unity. Obviously, is a software company that provides the platform where other companies can build on top, so they can build their games on top of the platform. Now we've got companies like Mercedes who are also building um, their their presentation. They're doing stuff on top of Unity. For example, they're doing new car demos and advertising. All of that is being built. It's been done and rendered in Unity, and it's rendered in real time as well, so you can actually see it in real time. You can play and manipulate it. This is the future, and Unity, I think that sector, that part of its sector, real time um, platform as a service, is something that's going to grow big. Slack is another company which I love, and Slack is another company that's leveraging on technology. It's going to change the way we communicate. You know, at the moment we all use emails to communicate. Imagine if something comes along and overtakes email, and we all start to use that thing instead of email. You can imagine what sort of impact that's going to have, and that's exactly where Slack comes in, and that's why I'm investing heavily in Slack. I'm trying to bring it up to become one of my biggest portfolio. Now Slack is down 4%. Slack got hit really hard during this period. I think the last 7 days alone it's been down 8%. Um, and as you can see, I've just been buying. I bought another £200 worth. I just threw money at it as soon as it went down. I just threw money at it. Rio Tinto and Aviva, these have been in my portfolio from when I started this portfolio, and I'm gonna keep them. I love the companies. Aviva's just cheap. I mean, I'll buy some more, but I'm just focusing on buying, bringing up my other stocks, and then I'll look at those later. But for now, they're definitely in my portfolio. They're not going anywhere. We all know what Aviva is, insurance company. Rio Tinto, one of the largest um, mining companies in the world. They mine all sorts, mainly aluminium, tin, copper, everything really. Then Greatland Gold, this is an up and coming gold mining company. It's discovered discovered that it's sitting on a gold mine, literally, and so its share went up incredibly insane. It's literally been up, um, as you can see, it's been up literally over 1,000%, 1,300%, 1,400%, um, from literally February this year, or even from January this year. It's just gone up. It's just shot up. So I invested in it around that time, but I didn't buy enough. I should have bought a lot more. I'm still up 61%. I can't complain too much about it. Fastly, again, another company that's the future. Edge computing. So it's computing on the edge. So usually when information gets pulled from the cloud onto your device, it takes time, and that time is what you see when the computer buffers and it goes spinning around. That's what causes it. So companies like Fastly, they basically brought in new technology to pull from the cloud faster, more efficiently, so you don't see those buffering. It's only gonna get they're only gonna get better. They're only gonna get better, and they're only gonna be more important. So again, I'm gonna build my Fastly position up. I've been building aggressively in Fastly. I think it went down as well. As you can see in the last month alone, it's been down more than 20%, so down 32%, and I've just jumped in it. As you can see, literally from 23rd of October, I have bought aggressively into Fastly. Perfect timing to buy now that it's down. These stocks are going to go up. I mean, even looking at the max chart for Fastly, you can see it's risen from around the March time. It's been down, and it's just gone up from then all the way up 400%. So, but it's come right back down. So this is really a great opportunity to buy back into it, because it's only going to go up. There's no question in my mind. This is only going to go back up. So I've taken advantage of that. renewable infrastructure group, we all know what that is, just a renewable company. It's the future. I'm going to keep it in my portfolio. It's probably more of a steady grower. Sentiment has been hit hard, like really hard recently. In the last 7 days, down 6%. In the last month, it's been down 20%. And I was up big on sentiment up until it went down. Um, as you can see from this chart here, I was up quite a lot. I mean, it was up almost 70% at one point. But now it's just come tumbling down. Um, so why has that? So Centamin came out with fourth quarter results, I believe. Let me just have a quick look at here at this news article. Its revenue for the last 3 months to September was 230 million, so 43% higher than a year ago. It's had a very good quarter and it's been doing very well, but that's mainly because gold prices have gone up. So as you can see, however, this was offset by the 12% increase in average prices for gold. Um, but what was significant and why it's actually gone down is this. It says shares in FTSE 250 miner nosedived 20% as it revealed gold production in 2021 is expected to be between 400 to 430,000 ounces as an unstable section of its Sukari mine open pit in Egypt had to be avoided. So basically, they decided that they're not going to mine a particular part of the mine in Sukari, and because of that, they're expecting production to be almost 100,000 ounces less for next year. And because of that, the expectation is that the gold supply and overall revenue from their gold mine production for next year is going to be a lot lower. I mean, 100,000 is almost a fifth, isn't it, of production? But I mean, my personal take on this is that yes, that's fine, but gold prices next year it's going to be significantly higher than what it is now. Gold prices has been going up incredibly, and it's going to continue going up, especially in the current climate that we're in. So this is a huge hedge in my position, and so this is a real buying opportunity for me. I think the markets have just been unnecessarily spooked. Well, we would expect that from the market. We don't expect anything less really from the markets, other than just getting spooked by every small bad news. So that's why sentiment is down. As you can see, in my view, this is a huge buying opportunity. I haven't bought in yet. I want mine to go into the red because I think that in this week alone, probably it will go into the red. And if it goes into the red this week, I will take that as an entry position, and I'm going to go straight into it, and I'll buy some more. So that's where I'm at with that. Carnival, um, yeah, Carnival Corp. What do I have to say about Carnival Corp? Well, not much really. It's what it is. It's not going to get better. You can now see the news about the virus spiking over this winter period. I think we all sort of expected that the virus would probably spike during the winter period, but probably not as bad. And I'm not sure we really expected to go back into another lockdown. So that is a definitely a minus. The fact that we're going back into another lockdown here in the UK and pretty much mainly around Europe. France, Germany, Italy, they're all sort of all pondering or have already gone into another lockdown. So yeah, not good. And this company right here, Carnival Corp, is going to suffer the most for that. It's definitely going to suffer the most for that. There is the longer this pain continues, the less likely it is that Carnival Corp will recover, and the more riskier it is that this company may may go into default. So not good news at the moment, but what can we do? I just have to sit tight and wait and see. I'm not definitely going to sell the stock. I'm just going to hold it. As far as Chris Nicholson, again, the construction industry, same sort of story. Um, yeah, same sort of story. Construction is going to remain hit for a while until we get back to something that resembles normalcy. Now, finally, Tesla. I decided to take a jump on Tesla this week. Yeah. So on Friday, I decided to enter to get. I just thought that this is a great entry position for Tesla. As you can see, Tesla has been skyrocketing. Everyone knows about the hockey stick for the Tesla since last year. It's just gone up like a rocket. Um, but I never took a position in my free trade account on Tesla, and I should have done. I don't know why, but at that time, the reason why I didn't was at that time I was more trying to build a dividend portfolio in my free trade account at that time. But obviously now I've decided against that going forward. But I did take a share, take a, I did take a position in Tesla in my eToro account, and I've still got that position going at the moment. It's up 900%. I don't need to go into any more detail about that, but that's where that one is. But I've been looking for an entry point for Tesla, really, for my free trade account since I started this growth approach, and I just haven't been able to find one. And this is the nearest thing. I guess I could have potentially taken a position around here in September time when it was down 366, 9th of September, but I didn't. I was probably at that time hoping that it would go down a bit lower, but it never did. Um, so I think now I will take a position, and whenever it goes lower, I would add to my position, and the top up you can see here, those the 400 top up is geared towards adding to that Tesla position if we see bigger dips in Tesla this week, and I'm hoping for bigger dips. I'll be really happy if we see 20% drop, 30% drop, 40% drop in Tesla. That'll be fantastic. I'll just buy as much as I can. But are we gonna see that? Probably not. Now, even if we don't see that, I still remain very bullish about Tesla because last week Tesla released its full self-driving beta to a select few Tesla enthusiasts, let's put it that way. Basically, it only released it to people who already put out YouTube videos on Tesla. So, as in people who do like demo driving on the road with their Teslas. So it released them to just those people in the US. Those videos have all gone viral, as you would expect. Full self-driving, everyone's getting so excited about it. And I think it's a brilliant move by Tesla. I think it's a genius move because it's, again, free publicity. I mean, they're the only company that thinks this way. No other company will think, oh yeah, let's just release it to YouTube, our biggest YouTube fans, and let them just do all the marketing for us. No other company thinks that way. Instead, they'll spend billions and millions of dollars on advertising, but Tesla doesn't need to. GM, Ford, they're all spending billions on advertising. That's part of the advertising budget. If you look at Tesla's balance sheet, or if you look at their income statement, they don't have a penny in there for advertising. They just don't. In my view, that's a real smart move by Tesla. So this is my theory. My theory is that full self-driving is going to be a huge driver of revenue for Tesla. It doesn't cost them a penny for someone to click on an app and buy full self-driving, because a lot of people are now going to look at this and say, "Oh, it was a pipe dream before. We didn't really think that Tesla would be able to do this. Now that we've released this full self-driving beta, and you can now see that this car is driving on roads, can recognize signs, can drive on marked roads, can see parked vehicles and go past them without any problem. Now that people can see that this is happening, you can see that it is very, very, very likely to be able to achieve it. More likely now, and it's 90% guaranteed that it's going to achieve full self-driving, and it's not far away. That's the biggest point. It's not far away. So a lot of people are now going to go into it because Tesla's now saying it's going to increase the price of full self-driving in the US, and I stress the US, and I'll come back to a point why I'm stressing the US, from $8,000 to $10,000. So people are thinking, well, ooh, if I can get it cheaper now, I might as well get it now. So that I was very surprised. I'm interested to see what the next quarter earnings looks like, because I suspect that a huge part of revenue will be from people upgrading to full self-driving. A huge part of it is going to be that, or even new Tesla drivers buying new Teslas and buying full self-driving with it now, in light of seeing all of this with full self-driving. I think this is just amazing by Tesla, and they've done a great job. It's no mean feat doing this. Now, coming back to the UK, what people like me, because for those who've watched this channel probably know that I own a Tesla myself. I own a Model S. Now, but I never purchased full self-driving. But for people like me now looking at the US and thinking this is what's going on in the US, no doubt this will come to the UK at some point. I have gone out and I've purchased full self-driving now. I've got it, and I purchased it for £3,900. That, when you convert that into US dollars, that's just $5,000. So it's still cheaper here in the UK, and understandably so, because it's probably going to take a little bit longer to get to us. But I see that as an advantage. Whenever it does come to the UK, it's going to be in parity in terms of value. It's going to be parity. The value is going to be parity to the US, because once you have full self-driving and you're able to use it, it's the same effect. So I just feel that I'm getting a huge discount for it now, and I suspect there may be other people in the UK who feel the same way as well, and they might go on and jump on it and buy full self-driving. I am really bullish about Tesla as a result of that, and that's why I'm deciding to take. My thing is, if it drops, it's not going to drop by much, because this company has got a huge runway, and on top of that, the energy side of Tesla's business is so huge that it's only going to grow, and it's going to be just as big as the motoring sector. You know, Tesla Motors and Tesla Energy arguably could be two companies, but we're going to effectively have two companies within one company, and Tesla Energy is only going to get bigger, and it's going to be just as big as Tesla Motors itself. I've just decided that I'm going to invest in it now. I'm trying to build up my share in Tesla as big as I can, and then take it from there. Hopefully you've enjoyed that video. That's my portfolio run through for this week. I'll try and space them out as to when I do them, so that I can have some meaningful things to say about it, rather than try and do a weekly portfolio update. Next week I'll be taking a look at my Trading 212 portfolio, so give you a bit more variety. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you've enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe, comment. I'd like to hear your views on everything I've said in this video, anything I've said in this video. That'll be great. Speak soon. Peace.